All right, Prime Nostalgia Podcast. We back right here with Afro Comic Con, and we ain't playing no games, y'all. I told you we was bringing the cast of all that. That's the name of this segment, the cast of all that, at the Culture Experience Atlanta, hosted by the Prime Nostalgia Podcast. So here we are, and we got a special guest right now. We got none other. In fact, let me go ahead and let you do the intro, because I know you are a big fan of season 7 through 10 in particular. This is the relaunch. This is the relaunch era is what I call it. Why don't you go ahead and give this intro?
We got a relaunch all-star. I mean, I don't want to say too much because, you know, she done did a lot. I mean, we'll be here all day.
Ooh,
So
don't do that. Don't do that to
I'm
us.
going to just shorten it down. I'm going to just say we got Giovanni Samuels here.
Hey.
Just, you know, the Black Girl Magic Queen herself.
Ooh, bring her in. Come on in, Gio. This guy, I didn't toss it to Prime. He didn't know what to say.
Honored, like
He was trying to throw it all in there, all that
She
fun.
did a lot. She did a lot.
You do it all, Gio.
I mean, I do. You know, I be working. I work a little bit.
We work out here. She works.
Just a little bit.
Working, but
What's going on?
just give Gio, just give us your favorite moment on all that. Something that has something to do with you.
Man, I think the first episode of the relaunch that we did was with me and a stunt double. So I had to like.
They be going crazy with
They
these
be
stunt
going
doubles.
crazy with these stunt doubles. So like I had to dress up like an old lady, and I had to jump on the table and kind of like do some flips and stuff. And it was a sugar and coffee sketch, but you know, it was getting real slippery because that sugar and coffee, when that stuff started congealing and globbing together, it was so dangerous. It was so dangerous on set, and we had to do this in front of a live audience. So I jumped up on the table and I slipped, and I was like, all right, switch it to double, because that's it. I'm not trying to die on my first day. Like, I just got here. I want to work some more. Like, please don't kill me on the first day. Right, in front of a live
I ain't
audience.
Coach Creed. That ain't my character.
That's all you kill. Like, hey.
Man, but all that, just you talking about the stunt doubles and just falling, it's just so many good times on all that, so many behind the scenes laughs, obviously in front of the scenes, in the scenes as well.
Yes.
Plenty of laughs, but just talk about like some of your, like how was it like just being on the show, just being around, hanging out? For someone that wish they could be there, because we're here at Afro Comic Con, so people want to know what it's like just being on a set.
Well,
but all that is a very special set.
All that is an extremely special set. It's so much history, Nickelodeon history at that. You know, when you were on the show, I was watching it, and I was like looking up to you guys, and then when they did the reboot, my seasons, it was like a dream come true. It was like, nope, that's what I'm doing. I'm gonna jump around on the trampoline. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna get all the slime and gooiness on me. That's all that I wanted. That's all that I wanted to be. And for it to come to fruition and happen and experience it, that was a massive part of my childhood that I will never forget. And I don't take for granted at all, because I know that is a gift. I know that is a responsibility, and I know that is something that, you know, you can't change.
Yeah, and we try to handle the brand with care. We love the all that brand. I would say I had a similar experience where I didn't really care that much about acting. I just wanted to be on all that. So when the audition came up, I was going hard. But can you just talk about like being young, black, and in Hollywood? Because we also had a San Diego to LA transplant that we have in common. So what was it like just being in LA and being an actress, like living out dreams?
Well, I grew up in performing arts schools, elementary, middle school, all the way up until I graduated a year and a half early from my class. That was it. I knew from day one, when I saw the TV for the first time, I was like, Mommy, I want to be in the box. So I did any kind of training as possible as I could do. So when the opportunity did come up to have that audition, I was like, cool, we out of here. Like, coming from San Diego, we are moving to LA, this is it. And I had to audition for all that 5 times. It was a long process because they were rebooting it. So they had stopped for you guys for like at least
a year or two.
Nah, I want to say longer than that, between our seasons.
Might have been between 2000 and 2004 or something. You guys came back, what, 2005 or 6?
No,
2002.
yeah,
It was maybe a year or two, because
Like
I ended
probably started
a year or two.
Yeah, so it was a huge deal for it to come back out and to do the auditions to find the other cast members. And they told me on my birthday that I got it, and hey, happy birthday to me. I was ready.
What you got, Brian?
I mean, you talking on the high horse. I kind of want to break you down a little bit.
Ooh.
What?
Let's talk about some on-air dares. Because
He went left with it.
Why?
Because we did an episode. By the way, we did an episode, and we had the relaunch cast. They talked a little bit about on-air dares, but Gina was kind of silent. So,
Well,
let's talk about some on-air dares.
the on-air dare situation was a tumultuous experience.
Y'all getting exclusive. What happened?
So we were the first to do on-air dares. We were the only cast to do it, and then later seasons they started incorporating other shows to do the on-air dare. So if you guys don't know, on-air dares were little segments that happened in between the Saturday night lineup. Just put us in a torture chamber and see what happens. Like, that's pretty much what it was.
It looked a little bit Fear Factor-ish.
It was very much Fear Factor-ish. I mean, thank God
With real actors, like, why would you do that to my people?
To kids at that. Like, we were all young. I am still traumatized to this day.
Why
Like,
are you trying to re-traumatize the lady?
it's all right. It's okay, Brian. You know, I thought we was friends, but it's all good. It's okay. It's okay.
And which explains why you moved all the way out here in Atlanta to put all that behind you, all the on-air dares.
I been through some therapy. I was trying to like refresh and regroup, and then you just want to bring it all back. That's cool. It's cool.
And then just for the crowd, just so y'all know, we went out last night. You was telling me this is like you barely get to go out. So
yeah.
But just tell me what it's been like being in Atlanta and being around, so much different culture, and what it's been like being an entertainer out here. Because I know you still dabble, you still coaching online.
I'm
She's
still
doing her thing.
coaching.
Follow this girl. She's doing her thing.
I do a lot. I'm still coaching. I just wrapped a movie. I should be starting production on another film soon. I came out here to Atlanta just to, I guess, slow down, because LA, it's on 247. Like, it does not stop, and I think I got caught up in the grind of it so much that I didn't really take time to step back and kind of regroup or be myself, or have a family, just be around family and just enjoy. I was always working, and us making that transition from LA to here, besides the fact that Atlanta is extremely cheaper than LA and anytime. It's cheaper for me to live here and then to fly back and forth to work and to still continue to work. But the culture wise out here, I like seeing a lot of black people.
We all black, baby.
I like it. It's nice.
I love it too.
It's different.
I love it too.
Yeah.
And so just getting on that, before, I guess I have one last question about Black Girl Magic, because we asking all of our panelists today. What was it like representing for Black Girl Magic on the relaunch? Because we got, like we said, we got the OGs, we got the reboot current, but you are a relaunch all-star. So
right.
you was representing for the Black girls. It wasn't nobody else, it was just you.
No, I was the token. And yeah, the token, and to give it even more Black Girl Magic, I was the third person. There's only been 4 people in Nickelodeon history, all of Nickelodeon, that had locks. And I was the third person to have locks. It was myself, Keaton, one of the moms from Gullah Gullah Island.
I remember that, yeah.
And then there was a young boy that came on after me. But in all of Nickelodeon, we were pretty much the ones that were celebrating our natural hair, being the only Black girl on there.
So what you saying, I wasn't celebrating?
I mean, I'm talking about, the who natural, all up there, the kinks and curls and things. No, but like that.
I'll be there one day.
I think the other was little JJ.
JJ had braids.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Yeah, but it was, I did feel the responsibility. I did know and understand the responsibility, even down to how hair and makeup was done. You know, me being the only one of color, aside from shout out to Brian Hearn, it did make a difference, and I did respect that responsibility and know that there were people looking up to me, even though this was still fun and games and everything else. I still wanted to respect the cause and do my best to represent you all as best as possible.
And you did that. And I was going to say shout out to Half of Ryan too, right? Shout out.
Well, he didn't come on till later, so that's why I didn't really shout him out in the beginning, you know.
And all that. We're going to talk about you in the French fry comment with them dreads. We're going to get on.
See, everybody else
I'm going to say it for you.
Everybody else said used to call me Mama Gio. So like I was the one that made sure everyone stayed together, did their responsibilities, you know, since I was the oldest cast member, or all the girls were older than guys, but I still had to like crack the whip and make sure everybody did what they're supposed to do.
I think I could attest to that, because like even last night when we went and that situation happened, Gio was like, yeah, nah, we need some napkins right now.
It's Mama Gio, y'all. It's been great. Thank you so much for coming and
Of course.
you know, solidifying what we're doing, because you're a big part of what we came for here in Atlanta. So,
Yeah.
and you've been a big supporter of the podcast, so thank you for that as
course.
well. And yeah, keep getting us together when we out of line. This is what Mamas is for, all right?
You know,
And,
get it right, get it tight.
what's up with you, friend?
So you do have a book coming out, right?
Yes.
And I just want to give them a little tease of what we can expect, you know, just to give them a little something.
Yes, I have a book coming out next year, 2021. I haven't set a concrete date, but I do. It is called Child Star Problems, and it talks about growing up in the entertainment industry and making that transition from a child to an adult and everything that happens in between. This is something that people don't talk about. You know, it's like, okay, you're famous, you're a child, and then throw you back into regular society to function and be for yourself. And you know, there's a whole lot that happens behind the scenes in every area of the entertainment industry, not just children, but I think it affects you even more to come out of it or growing up in it and then trying to process, and it's a lot. But get the book, I'll let y'all know. That's what the book's for. You know, that's why I'm doing it, because I wasn't the only one that was affected by it. You know, we've talked, even hearing, talking to Aria Brooks, you know, she reached out to me. She was asking me, I couldn't believe that the same things that was happening to her happened to me, and happened to other people that were older than me. The cycle needs to break. So I hope that this book is helpful in every way possible.
That's right. We are changing the world again.
One day at a time.
One day, all of that cast member at a time, we do this. Well, thank you so much, Gio. Thank you for coming.
Of course.
Thank you to come to Afro Comic Con. Thank you for coming to the Prime Nostalgia Podcast. And yeah, much love, much blessings.
Yes.